Hey ladies and gentleboys, Spamsy Dragon here, aka Syndromes, and welcome back to Avorion. In the previous episode, we finally got to the namesake of this playthrough and this DLC. We finally entered a Rift mission, and it was a failure, of course. This was our first time trying to get a little bit of work done inside of the Rift, and yeah, I got distracted. And yeah, it turns out that the time limit, even for a very low tier mission, is not exactly what I would call generous. But that is a learning experience. We had to go through that. We had to find that, yes, okay, you cannot really take your time, so to speak. And instead, we did manage to retrieve a few interesting things. We picked up a few weapons, and we picked up a few systems. And by systems, I mean, some chip systems. And, well, we also got some Rift research data, some rare minerals, which I think we still can use for the next mission. I'm not exactly sure, question mark. But most of all, I'm still sad that we did not get Neonite. If you remember, one of the ships that we fought actually did have a shield, so if we would have actually taken our time to actually salvage the damn thing, then yeah, we would have gotten some shields out of it. But that is not the only thing about our ship that I found out the hard way during this little expedition. The Deer Dance is not Rift compatible. So, there is no jumping inside the Rift. There is no such thing as a what's his face, exploring the map, where you need to be seeing the yellow blips. And so a ship like the Deer Dance over here is not really suited for Rift missions. We're actually taking up a huge amount of subsystems for stuff like the object detector. Well, not the detector, but more like stuff like the hyperspace enhancer, for example, which could more easily be, like, we could have more guns on this thing, for example, or we could have the engine bypass system to make the ship a little bit faster. I really do think that today what we're going to do is we are going to go to this shipyard and have them build us a second ship. Yes, I know. I did mention that, hey, I wanted to make sure that this episode is mostly focusing on a single ship at the time, but it seems like the rifts themselves are a completely different beast. So, with that in mind, let's see what we can do. First of all, we're going to set it to titanium, like this. So, let's see, what do we have in terms of volume? Okay, something like this. This is going to cost us not really all that much money. And let's see the stats. So this is going to have a 7.71k hull. I'm not exactly sure what kind of, engine layout this is going to give us. Actually, what else do we have? This seed is meh. Okay, that's a carrier. What about a freighter? The funny thing is, the freighter has 728 cargo hold. The carrier has that much. The miner has more cargo hold than the freighter, oddly enough, and just a regular ship has pretty much the same amount. I think that we'll have to just take one of these randomized ships. I still think a carrier kinda looks better. Yeah, let's go for that. And let us just a little bit more. Something like this? That's a chunky boy. Never mind. Okay, let's use this as a base, and we'll keep on just adding to it. I did name the first ship Deer Dance, so I guess we can just continue on from there and just keep on naming them after songs from System of a Down. So, Mr. Jack. Yeah, that sounds like a perfect idea right there. Alright, we have 2 minutes until the ship is done. In the meantime, I want to find a resource dealer and buy all of the titanium that I can. So, there's a few things that I want to focus on when building that Rift ship. First of all, we need to get an engine bypass system. I think that having a ship that is just speedy as all hell will be very, very good overall. Travel hub. Yeah, I already forgot some of these new, quote, systems existed. Alright, so let's see what we can do. And the funny thing is, like, with a bypass system, yeah, you have cut out your surplus energy storage, generation because of it, but it does not have to be that big. It just has to be faster than, you know, this thing. And that's pretty much my current idea behind it. We did pick up quite a few systems. We also picked up quite a few guns that we will need to... Like, I would probably remove all the guns from this thing and just put it on the Rift Explorer ship, since that is going to be our focus for the foreseeable future. I'm also going to take this chance to very quickly just refine all of the ores that I currently have. So let's just do that right now, since it takes so little time to do it. And there we go. And trade resources, buy from station, titanium. I'm actually going to just buy all of it, like this. It only costs us, you know, 200,000 credits. We have plenty of that. That is perfectly fine. That gives us, that takes us back to 23,000 titanium. That is going to be more than enough. Next up is a equipment dealer. Is there equipment? Equipment dock. Yes, yes, there is, actually. How did I not see it? Where is it? Hmm? Yeah, there it is. Okay. I'm apparently blind. Do we have any objects here? No. No, we do not. Alright. In all honesty, having that ship over here would probably be better for us. But no, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so this thing has a total amount of hull of 11,16,000. So I would say it was enough. We were taking pretty sizable amount of damage, but since there were such things as repair things over there, I would say that's perfectly fine. Efficient dual R salvaging laser. Now, I want to buy this simply because I want to have a titanium salvage laser of some sort, simply so that if we find a neonite bearing ship, I want to be able to salvage it. So, what do we have over here? What did I buy? Iron material, please. I cannot... Wow, I cannot sort by material? That is interesting. Findable... Wait, is that the thing that I just bought? I thought it was titanium. Hold up. I might have screwed this over. Okay, no, there it is. Dual R salvage laser. Efficiency is 74.7. So what about these things over here? These salvage lasers. Efficient. 78.4. 2 of them. Also titanium. Oh, those are mining lasers, sorry. Salvage lasers, there we go. Efficiency 47. No. Efficient dual R salvage laser with an efficiency of 56.4. That's better. It's not ideal, but that's better. Quality bolter with a DPS of 28 and a burst DPS of 47 and a tech level of 10. Not exactly what I'm looking for right now. Bolters are definitely the way to go over there simply because of the distance. But I can Either take it or leave it, honestly. I don't need to buy it here right now. So what do we have here? Okay, so there's actually an equipment dock back in the station. Back in the sector that we just were in. So that's good. Let's very quickly just check that out as well. And I guess today's episode is going to be kind of more like a build log sort of thing that makes sense, I guess. Okay, let's see. Again, oh, I did not check the subsystems. There is probably one over here somewhere, question mark? Yes, I do have one, but the generated energy penalty is minus 42. That's actually a fair amount. And it looks like that over here we don't actually have anything better. What about guns? Double salvage iron, that does not... See, the thing is, I really don't want to use anything that is iron, simply because we are starting to encounter things with neonite. So anything like that just goes immediately out the window. Alright, so this thing over here, you can patrol the sector, attack any enemy you see. And as for this thing, ooh, yeah, this thing does not really have a good energy generation just right outside. Okay, first of all, crew. That is a tremendous amount of crew. We don't need that much crew. So I'm going to replace the crew quarters over here with a titanium generator instead. That is going to help our energy generation quite a fair bit, simply because I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 5 slots? Hold up. What about this thing? Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Obviously, this thing has more, more hit points, but this thing apparently has more subsystems. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, I think I know how we can do this. Okay, first of all, it needs to have a tractor beam upgrade, because that was one of the problems that I had in the previous thing. The civil turret thing is going to give us more defensive turret slots to kill off the fighters. That is a must. After that, we are going to just dump this velocity security bypass thing. This is going to make the ship quick and usable. And apart from that, we are just going to slap a armed turret system on this thing, and then we have to leave one empty for the protection thing that they give us during the mission. Or do they sell one, actually? Okay, that is a teleporter. That is the research center. Okay. Mission board, mission, trade goods, research center, shop. Okay, what is this? Energizing hyperspace enhancer, which costs data. Okay, it gives us more generated energy, radar range, hyperspace charge energy, subspace distortion protection, +3. Okay, that is actually cool. What is this? Energizing reviving protector. Upon depletion, recharges 50% of your shields. Interceptor class turrets. Interceptor class. Add slots for armed turrets. Also works great in loot pursuits. Why? So this gives us armed turret slots. It gives us velocity, acceleration, loot collection range, which is, yeah, very good. Subspace okay. So wait, how much do I have? I have 0. Oops. Insector Market Boy. Okay, interesting. Radar range. Okay, so basically, these are just advanced versions of the regular ship upgrades. Combat carrier controller. Flight squadrons +1. That's interesting, actually. Yeah, alright. That is actually pretty frickin' neato. But, with that being said, we need to gear the ship up a little bit. So, first things first, I just want to very quickly take a look how it is in terms of handling. Okay, that is literally all I had to see. This thing handles like a brick, and in not a good way. So that means that first things first, we are going to start off. I guess we can use iron for this. Something like this. Three, and just make it nice and long, like this. There we go. That actually requires us to have a lot of generated energy, which is fine, by the way. I did account this. First things first, we are going to very quickly make sure that we have the whole ship covered. So, like this. Okay, something like this. I'm going to remove all of these other... actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to make this thing a little bit wider, like this. Is it in the center? Okay, now it is in the center. There we go. Well, it's almost. It's almost fine. Alright, and now we can have the generator itself. The generator, I don't know how big I want it. Like, it's really easy to go overboard with something like this. Yes, processing power. Oh yeah, that's because I'm nearing number 6. Hyperspace jump. Not enough processing power. Okay, what about now? Now? There we go. Alright. So we are actually out of processing power for now. That is perfectly fine. Everything else is probably just armor. We're going to make sure that everything is clad in armor first and foremost. The way that we're going to do this is very simply. Kind of like this. Something like this. There we go. We're going to clad these things in armor as well. We're going to make this thing a little bit more intricate, obviously. What else do we have over here? What about our cargo hold 405? Do we need more than that? I wonder. Probably not. I want to kind of use these places as the place where we're going to actually put the turrets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of like a turret base section. I mean, something like this. Actually, no. Something like this. Oh, okay, there's two different kinds. There's a regular one and an armored kind. So obviously we're going to be using the armored one. There we go. There we go. There's no triangle, though. Which kind of defeats the purpose of having it like this. but I don't mind. And we're just going to keep on adding it like this. Looks kind of silly, but what I think is a good way. Yeah, there we go. We could do the same on the bottom, but no. I think that's fine. The bottom is going to have a slightly more different sort of texture to it. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. Okay, this is, oh, right. Alright, so we might have screwed up a little bit. Actually, no. It's still divisible by 2. Something like this. Something like this. I'm gonna kind of just place them next to each one of these things. I think that's gonna be visually interesting, although I think I put it just a little bit too far away. It's supposed to be like this. Yeah. Now it is fine. It's just for the sake of visual flair. I really don't think that apart from just raw amount of hit points, it's not really adding anything right now. Yeah, that's fine. It looks a little bit better. Okay, one here as well. Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine for now. Alright, let's very quickly... Oh yeah, that's much better. See, it's a big ship, but it's actually, like, reasonably, you know, quick to turn. And that is a big deal. Oh, one thing we need is a captain. And that's a merchant. We don't need that. Okay, so... we need at least 4, so... I'm going to buy more... well, I'm going to hire more than I actually need. Just in case. And also gunners. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Alright. So... the one thing we really need to make sure is... well, first of all, I want to delete these things. Like, I like how they look in theory, but it is going to be very problematic if they keep on falling off and I get the, you know, you cannot repair your ship because you have damaged stuff. There we go. There we go. The one other thing that I need to do is make sure that I remove, rather, not remove, but hide literally anything that is currently exposed in terms of generators and stuff like that. Like, I need to clad that in armor real quick. And apart from that, I think the ship is going to be more or less done. So, let's make this thing into the smallest possible shape again. And then, we can do it like this. Wherever it is impossible to place them like this, we are going to use one of these things as the base. Like this. And then you can. Easy. That's the inside of the ship. I think that's going to be fine. Has a lot of dampeners. It's probably sucking a huge amount of energy from a ship. But I think that should be fine. And there we go. So this is what I meant when I said if we cannot just do it like this, we're going to approach it from a different angle. Where is it? Over there? Okay, and over here. There we go. And then close it from here. There's a little bit of mismatch. It's to be expected from a generated ship. I frankly don't mind. Well, oddly enough, this thing is apparently still capable of jumping, if just barely. Huh. That's actually interesting. It's actually pretty neat. Alright, I want to make this a little bit pretty, and I think I know how to do it. Titanium glow, like super red. Yeah, that's how you know that we mean business. Yes, it's tiny little touches like this that make ships cool to look at. Just need to make sure not to go overboard with it, he said, as he totally goes overboard with it. Yeah, that's fine. Although, one more here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I'm done. Alright, so that's just smart hull. Alright. Enough of that. Let's see DPS per slot. First things first, we do want those salvaging lasers. They are quite important. So we're going to place them up here, like so. That's an iron. R salvage, right? Yeah. One more R salvage laser here. Those are iron ones. I don't care about those. Yeah, something like this. Okay, DPS per slot. We don't really have a lot of... maybe we don't need to have a lot of actual guns. Having much more defense turrets actually sounds like a much better idea. Chain gun. Anti-chain gun. Alright, so we don't actually have... So first things first, let's allow these crew members to actually take up slots. Do you have... Yeah, triple point defense cannon turrets. Like, defense cannons is something I will definitely want. I think that buying as many as possible at this point would probably be the best idea. Hard to tell, actually. Okay, let's see how quick can we go. Yeah, I would say this is more than fine. Reliable chain gun. Reliable bolter. I think that straight up buying every single defensive gun and bolter is probably... what we need to do right now. Trade equipment. We have 2.5 million credits. Like, that is more than enough. We cannot buy this. We don't have the good reputation. I'm going to grab this bolter, even though burst DPS is kind of meh. Going to grab this defense turret simply because having some of them is still better than having none of them. And I guess while we are here, we might as well just slap on... Let's see. I want to very quickly get to that other place, but it looks like having the other ship over there is probably better. Yeah, I'm just going to tell the dude to get over there. So, what about the captains? We only have a merchant captain. That is not good. Let's switch to the deer dance. Let's see if we can find a better captain. Okay, first things first. Do you have any good guns? Legendary efficient salvaging laser, which is iron. Not what I really want. Chain guns. Triple point defense cannons. I'm going to grab all of those. Those are very important. Actually, yeah, mining lasers are also very good right now, simply because we will need to collect the samples somehow. So having them is a very important thing indeed. I'd rather go with our turrets, just in case. Alright, salvaging, no, triple defense cannons, all of them. Are mining laser titanium, both of them. Force cannon, salvaging laser, all is iron, I don't care. Alright, what about subsystems? Do we have anything over here? No. The one thing I want to keep an eye on is definitely the bypass system. You know, just in case they have a better one. Okay, let's go back. Sotan Hunter. Higher crew. Sotan Hunter, tier 1. Attracts Rare Rift Zotan, yes. Rare Rift Zotan loot, yes. This would be better for a combat-orientated ship, which Mr. Jack is not just yet. Just yet. Yet. I'd really want one that gives us more the, you know, the, the data. That would be a little bit more expedient, a little bit more, you know, immediate. A orders patrol sector. And as for you, now we can start taking a look. So, defense. We have now quite a few of those, actually. Okay, that's one. There we go. Why do we have iron? Should be armor, although without color. Oh yeah, that actually, yeah. Interesting. You know, in terms of just raw hit points, this ship is actually better than the previous one. Which is sort of the point. Okay, there we go. And that is going to be defensive. In truth, I would really like even more. But for now, that's going to be fine. Alright. What else over here? Iron. Okay, let's fix that. I did not know how much titanium I had, and that's why I put these as iron at first. And these are just smart hulls. Let's replace that with titanium energy containers. Because having extra energy storage is always going to be a good thing. First, now I need to coat it in armor. As you might expect. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. And now that song is going to be stuck in my head. Good Good job, Spaz. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I would say that this ship is much better prepared now than it was before. But that being said, we still need to populate these unarmed turret slots with mining turrets. And by material. So, dual R mining laser. There we go. Salvaging laser. Salvaging laser. Were those the only ones that I had? Interesting. Salvage laser. Yeah, everything is iron again. Alright. Alright. These are going to be 1. This is going to be 2. That's going to be perfectly fine for now. I'll set them to auto when I can. But for now, I would say this is it. This is where I am more than comfortable to stop for now. In the next episode, we are going to finish building the ship. We're going to find a captain for it. Actually, when does this thing... Great equipment. In 42 seconds. Alright, that's actually perfectly fine. In, other teleporter. Why does it keep popping in and out? That's kind of strange. But yeah, very quickly gonna take a look at what new items it brings during the refresh. Buy more mining turrets. And apart from that, yeah, we probably want a little bit more actual combat turrets on this thing. Just, you know, just in case. Okay, there we go. Mining turret. Iron. Purifying mining laser. No. Standard double mining laser. 3 of them. I'll take that. Having the mining lasers probably benefits a little better than having more salvage lasers. And we don't have titanium salvage lasers here anyway, so that's fine. Standard triple point defense. We don't need any more of those, although these are better than the ones I have. Yeah. That is perfectly fine. So that is just iron. Actually, I would really like to have them in, like, one group, in one spot. Does that make sense? And just kind of turn them towards the enemy when needed. I guess having them over here would be... the arcs would be terrible. There is no way... Okay, there we go. Titanium. Boom, boom. Okay, something like this. There we go. And now, mining. There we go, standard R salvage miner. And there we go. Fully kitted and ready to go. like this. Alright, ladies and gents, we have made, well, we have bought Mr. Jack, we have equipped it to a degree. So, what kind of missions do we currently have? Mission board. Threat level 2, 1 very low, rare metals, choice between subsystem or subsystem. Alright, this is actually pretty cool. Expected environment. Gravity anomalies. Multiple gravity anomalies have been detected. They reel you in and spit you back out if you're not careful. Radiation level 1. That's perfectly fine. Oh, wait. .1 kilotons. I might have just fucked up. Oh dear. Oh dear. We made it a little bit too much. 40.1? What about the 2? 44 kilotons. Subspace distortion, iron interference. Frick. Okay, okay, we might want to do this. Zotan's strength is going to be increased. Subspace distortion level 6, as apart from... Okay, that's already a level 6. Rift depth 6. Rift depth 1. There we go. And just increase this. So my question is, will they give me that protection thing again? Or... That's terrible, I can't tell. Okay. Okay, yeah, it did give me a shield. Thank you. And this is where we're going to leave off. I'm going to install the shield. There we go. And, yeah. In the next episode, we are going to dive right in. And be, hopefully, a little bit quicker about it. This is Spamsy Dragon aka Syndromes. Until next time.